Explain the differences in a pandemic and an epidemic as it relates to the spread of disease.
A pandemic is considered a worldwide spread of disease because it is not contained to a small area or region. Usually, with a pandemic, the disease is easily or quickly spread because the area is highly populated and there is not enough resources to control or contain the disease. With worldwide travel today, many diseases can also be spread to other parts of the world within hours. An epidemic is a disease that is most easily contained to an area and does not spread as quickly, so it is better controlled.
Explain how the social classes in Italy differed from European feudalism.
The European social class consisted of a system of power, with the nobles such as kings at the top and the peasants or serfs at the bottom. The power of the nobles limited the social structure, as well as the economic and political growth. As trading in Italy grew, the economy changed and the political power shifted to the wealthier business owners, merchants, and bankers. The popolo, or the people, who were the new middle class and the grandi, formed a democratic type of government, giving them more opportunities to participate in political matters.
What did you learn about Isabella d'Este?
Born in Italy in 1474, Isabella d'Este was referred to as the first woman of the world. She earned this title because during this time period most women were uneducated, but Isabella had received a formal education that gave her great knowledge of literary works. She became known as a famous patron of the arts as she gained more knowledge and insight from great thinkers of her era and familiarized herself with many books and other art. Isabella was also well versed in politics and became a powerful leader in her own city-state during her husband's absence.
Describe the Protestant ideas rejected by the Council of Trent.
There are many ideas and practices that were challenged during the Reformation. The Protestants did not recognize the Pope as the supreme being in the Catholic Church, but the Council did not accept this rejection. In the Catholic Church, infants are baptized by the parents, but the Protestants believe only adults should be baptized. They believe that people should have the right to read and then make their own interpretations of the Bible. But the Catholic Church disagreed and maintained that only the Church has authority to interpret the Bible. The Protestants believe salvation was given by God alone, but the Catholic Church held the belief that you can earn God's salvation through both faith and Christian acts. Another belief held by the Catholic Church was the transformation of bread and wine into the body and blood of Jesus Christ. The Protestants did not agree with this belief, but the Church was firm with their belief in this practice.
What are some of the technological innovations that made the Age of Discovery possible?
The Age of Discovery was possible due to several advances in technology during this period. Modifications to the ships included a better sail called the lateen, which has a triangle shape instead of the original square design. The size and shape of the actual ship was changed to a more slim design, which increased the speed, as well as allowing them to maneuver through narrow waterways to better explore. The invention of the magnetic compass and astrolabe both helped the explorers in navigation by giving them a better idea of location and direction.
What did you learn about Christopher Columbus?
Christopher Columbus was an Italian explorer who wanted to find a faster route to Asia by traveling west across the ocean. When he gained the financial support from Spain, he left in August of 1492 with 3 ships. They sailed west across the ocean for 33 days before finding land. The distance from Spain was much farther than they had imagined, and the land they found was actually an island in the Bahamas, just off the coast of Florida. They thought they were near India when they arrived in the Bahamas, so they called the natives they met there Indians. This was the first European contact made with the Americas.
How does ancient slavery compare to slavery today?
In ancient times and many parts of the world, people have been forced into slavery by various means and for different reasons. The first slaves were thought to have been used for farming. Ancient records of slavery date back to 3500 BCE, and the use of slavery became widespread until the 1800s, when it became illegal in some countries. Since then, the practice of slavery has continued illegally, and there are still millions of people being forced into slavery in all parts of the world. Slavery today is called human trafficking, and victims are mostly female, with half of them children. While the reasons for slavery have changed, the conditions have not. Slaves today are still captive prisoners, beaten, starved, abused, and housed in deplorable conditions.